What's up, guys? We are here with our first game. I'm not sure what we're up against, but we have a pretty okay hand. I'm gonna start on Temple. Really, no reason not to with this hand. Don't really have a turn 2 play, so I'm alright with that. Turn off auto yields. Turn off auto yields. Well, I was originally thinking this was Grixis, but I'm not sure what it is now. Well, we'll hold this swamp for now, because I don't know if this is a Blood Moon deck or not. Um, since we really have nothing going on right now, we'll just kind of put our feelers out there. Sorry, I got tons of animals around me trying to make all kinds of noise, so. Can't really be upset with turn 1 Relic with this deck, regardless of what you're playing against. Well, it looks like this could be a Blood Moon deck. But now it looks like it could be... I mean, I guess this is just Storm with Fetch. Alright. So Zashiok's gonna be mediocre right now. However, if I am able to march it up, it's usually really good against Storm. Next turn's gonna be kind of scary because we're gonna cast our Blight Herder and tap out. We'll have our Scion, so I mean it'd be nice to be able to draw like a Warping Whale, but just see. All right, well, we'll hit their second Electromancer. I don't know. I mean, I know like Caleb's list usually plays I think 2 Electromancers and 4 Brawls, so. Alright, well they're shocking. Which means remand. Which honestly isn't really, I mean, you can remand my Blight Herder if you want. I'll cast it again. Alright, sorry. Let's see here. I'm going to process cards that we don't want them to have in their graveyard, even though we have this relic. So, just lands, basically. Our opponent has a choice to remand this, which will give them one turn of not attacking with Blight Herder, but it will also give us another cast trigger. I'm not sure they can afford to do that. And the good thing about Blight Herder is that it does leave behind these Scions, which a lot of times opponents don't quite notice or they don't count that mana. So you leave up, you have your Scions and then blue mana, and then you're just good to go. Okay. Not really too concerned with any of this stuff going on right now. That's pretty good. Alright, so kind of just keep these Scions back. I mean, obviously we can't really force them through. Probably kill this Electromancer. Because they could gifts. So we'll let's Blight Herder first. See what our opponent has for okay, 2 more. Can have that land, and you can have that land. Now they have to consider if they want to remand or not, which they don't. Let's do it on this upkeep. If they want to gifts end a turn, we can kill in response. This way they don't get their remand trigger. All right, well there's the gifts. Oops, we don't want blue. We want. We do have to make sure that because they're going to try to bait us into popping this relic, so we just have to not care about anything other than Past in Flames. And they really have nothing in their graveyard right now, so. I'm swinging for 13 next turn, so they're going to have to chump block one of the Blight Herders. I do like normally having access to blue, so they can have gifts and Manamorphose. We can just bin Past in Flames Noxious Revival, I think. And we'll bin Past in Flames and Noxious. So we know gifts and Manamorphose. I'm not the best when it comes to gifts, as far as what to give my opponent. I mean, I'm relatively comfortable playing against Storm, but there's some cases like this where I'm not sure what the exact perfect amount to give back to them is. So they're going to have 5 for Past in Flames. So basically, once they get to the point of casting it, then we can crack Relic. Then they won't have any of this stuff in there. Double Writ. So now they have 1 left. They can Manamorphose, Gifts, get a Past in Flames again. But I think, provided they don't have any more rituals, that is just going to peter out. Okay, Gifts is gone. And we didn't draw Warping Well, which is unfortunate. And I suppose I probably should have waited for that to resolve. I think I made that mistake before, where I didn't wait for it to resolve, instead of waiting for them just to cast their first spell. Although I'm not sure what their line is here. I think we bin both of these rituals here. Well, I mean, they're going to be able to cast them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We'll bin these two. That way they'll be flashed back. Five, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And if they have another grape shot, then we're just toast. Yeah, I probably had a couple misplays there as far as cards I gave back to gifts and cracking that relic then instead of waiting. Yeah, we don't care about any of those cards. Yep, they had double grape shot. Alright. And a lot of lands. So basically they were pretty fortunate. Alright, so Chalice comes in here. Um, I like Spell Pierce. I also like Engineered Explosives. Um, Go for the Throw can come out. I like the spells also in this matchup. Blighthunters are great, but I don't really need much to end the game against them. Um, so I'll shave down on our Serum Visions as well. Surgical might not be bad too. Although I am loading up on 1-drops. Well, I guess I'm not going to Chalice on 1, so it's not that big of a deal. I do need something to end the game though. So that should be enough threats. Chalice on 2 pretty much locks them out other than if they have Shatterstorm. And then the Engineered Explosives are for when they bring in empty. And then obviously Dispel is good against everything they cast other than Past in Flames. But it does stop gifts, so. Hoping this one goes a little bit better. Felt like we had a pretty good handle on that game. Just a matter of giving them the right cards and cracking the relic at the right time. So I'm not really excited about this hand, but we can Wayside Strangler their 2-drop. So provided they cast a cantrip on 1 or fetch. And since this is a fetch storm, then I'm more inclined to keep this hand. Relic's just really powerful against Storm. And it's not a lock, as you saw in the last game, but... And if we draw Temple, we also have access to Thought-Knot Seer. So I just would like to find some counter spells. But we are lined up to strangle their dude. Oh, there's a temple that we needed. But we're not actually going to cast Strangler right now just because they more than likely are going to play their 2-drop dude. If they hold up Remand, then I think I'm okay waiting. But it doesn't look like that's... Oh. Well, if they cast another cantrip here, then we just slam Thought-Knot Seer. Take their best card. Probably hold off on... I guess we'll see what they have. And it looks like I see double grape shot, pieces, Remand. So they got a pretty strong hand. If they don't have a lord yet, so next turn they'll probably pieces. So I'll have to fetch. Since they have 2 pieces, I'm not going to take either of them. They're not going to be able to hold up Remand with a 4/4 on the battlefield, and they need to find action ASAP. So they either draw a 2-drop creature and sleight of hand, in which case we Wayside Strangler and have a relic up. So I think we're in okay position at the moment. Although I still would like to find counter magic. Well, now we have the opportunity. Oh, I guess there's really no reason. I'm sure they play basics. So maybe they drew a lord, or they're digging for a lord. Blood Moon. Well, Blightherder can be cast through a Blood Moon, so that's really not going to get you anywhere. And I have a 4/4 on the battlefield, so. And they played this Tarn. And with the double relics, their graveyard will pretty much be obliterated. So there's one of the pieces. Yep. All right, and they keep Remand and Pyretic. All right, well, most of our draws at this point are going to be pretty dead, but Blightherder is basically a one-turn clock. And with the Scions, we'll be able to relic at any time we want. So those can go away. All right, so we know they have they got Remand and Grape Shot. So if they do find some stuff, they can pull off a decent Grape Shot. But if they don't find Metamorphose, they're stuck with just red. Disregard that. Mm-hmm. Alright, well, they're going to kill our Thought Knot, unfortunately. I think I'm going to crack one of these relics just to get a redraw here. Oh, well, that makes it easier. They're killing one of these Scions. So I'll wait for Great Shot to hit the bin. They're targeting... Which one? That one, yeah. Alright, so I'll wait for Grape Shot to hit the bin. And cycle. Good, I got another one. Black would be perfect here. Alright, so we know Grape Shot's gone. I'll chump that, take 2. Or not. Interesting. I guess they do need their Electromancer up, so. Give me pieces. Yep. So they need to get really lucky like that, actually. That's pretty good pieces. Alright, so they got pieces, and I'm not even going to keep track of the cards right now. Just. Alright, well, there's double wipe away. They are tapped out, though. Pretty sure not going to keep those. Think they got Pass in Flames in hand. Let's see. Wipe away and Passive Flames is in their hand. And then from the other one, Metamorphose and Pieces. So Pieces is there. Metamorphose is there. That's gone. That's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we know they're full 7. They are going to have to block our Blight Herder this turn. Ha! Well, let's just close them out. See ya. Alright, well that was a good draw. Well, we know they're obviously sliding into Blood Moon, so we can prepare for that slightly. I kind of want these chalices out. I'll take the surgical instead. And I think we want another Blight Herder. Wasteland Stranglers are so great, but paying 3 mana for them and being behind 1 turn on that is not always ideal. I think I'm just going to submit this. Although I kind of want... No, I mean, Blight Herders are a way to push through. I'll take one of these Nullifiers out. They're pretty hard to cast through a Blood Moon. Blight Herders are pretty much the only thing that I can cast through a Blood Moon. Alright, well, I got our basic Waste and a Warping Wail. So if they have Brawl, we're okay. We can also Ghost Quarter our Watery Grave to get a basic. I'm expecting a Ritual. Huh. Well, it's tempting to take that. Let's shock in now, because we're gonna have to shock in next turn anyway to hold up Warping Wail. And if they're gonna Ritual and Blood Moon, then you know we don't have time to drop 2 lands anyway. Yep. So we'll take this Ritual, maybe, maybe not. No. Maybe so now. And we can see what else they got going on in their hand. Nothing. Alright, so opponent's hand is Desperate, Mountain, Vision, and Canal. I could have dropped the Waste there to keep up Warping Wail, but... I kind of wanted to let him think I didn't have anything, but... Alright, so the Visions is gone. And they played Spirebluff Canal as well. Alright, well now we got Relics for days. And if we can get to 5 mana, we can cast this Blight Herder and probably just run away with it. Okay, Electromancer is not Brawl. It's tempting to crack one of these relics now. I think I will. Alright, well, we didn't hit a land. That's unfortunate. I do need to find a land. I can drop this Thought-Knot Seer, but I want to try to see if I can snag a Baral with this. It's most assuredly going to be hit with a Remand. And if it is, we can surgical the Remands. I wonder if let's run this out. Alright, well, they F6'd. Ooh. And our basic. You know what? Let's just not even mess around. If they want to remand, they can remand, but now we have some board presence, and we get this Thought-Knot down. We'll be in pretty good shape. Alright. It's not too worrisome at the moment. That is excellent. Let's ice this Baral, I think. No, they play less Electromancers. You can have that back. It's. I think I might drop this Thought-Knot Seer post combat too. I won't be able to if I do that. Although if I do pop this, if I drop this Thought-Knot Seer, I won't be able to have Relic up. Although our opponent only has 2 cards in hand, so Metamorphose. I think I'm going to surgical that as soon as it hits. Oh, it's a little late now. But we're doing it anyway, I think, here, aren't we? Okay, they have nothing. They have a Desperate and another Electromancer. And do they have... No, they don't have Empty. Alright, Electromancer. Which means they hopefully whiffed on there. Good, they did. Alright, so... I think the play here is the Thought-Knot first. Take the Desperate. They got a Baral left. I think we just shove with everything here. They want to block 2 Scions and take 8. I'm alright with that. Because now any combination of 4 power and Strangler is lethal. And I think they... oh, they drew another mana dude. And of course, I got this Brawl in hand now too. Now, if I had Oh, actually I do. I forgot I got red here. Well, that should be game. No remand, just brawl. Alright, sweet. We won.